Hello, I am Brian Morris, director of the Auburn Chess Club, and I'm sitting here with my friend Boden Willis, who also plays chess here at the club regularly. We're both, to be honest, average players, but this is a game I played about a month and a half ago in St. Louis at the Mid-America Open. In this current position, I'm white. It's my move, and or actually, what am I saying? It's black's move. I just moved knight to g4, which, of course, I'm thinking we're going to trade knights. I'll get my queen on g4 and all that. And the computer shows black with about a pawn advantage. The black doesn't want to trade, so let me get this to work. So he does this, which is really a big mistake. There's really one move that capitalizes on the mistake, and I did find it, although I ended up losing this game, and that is knight to h6. Interesting position. Let me ask Boden what he thinks he would do. The king's in check.
Yeah. Well,
You got two choices.
yeah, he could just take it, the pawn.
All right, let's look at that. Now, what do you think happens next?
Well, he kind of has this, that.
Yeah, white, to look at the position, white is a pawn down, but the bishops are in an excellent position, and that's one of the problems with the knight retreating to
Kind
d7.
of sets this up position.
Yeah, because what happens if,
This is open square right there, so.
yeah, because what happens when that happens? That looks
Yeah.
pretty good for white.
Yeah.
How does black escape this? I think he has one choice.
Well, he could go here.
Exactly, it's his only choice, the only way, because with the bishop on b2
Yeah.
and the queen here, there's nowhere for the king to go. So if you can't move the king, you got to block the check. So he blocks it, but it's not hard to guess the next move. And that bishop cannot move. So he's going to lose the bishop. And now white is like 2.5 pawns ahead.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with
I was lucky that he had that
Taking.
little bishop.
so yeah.
Because he would have won that game if he didn't.
Yeah. So black sees he cannot take the knight. He moves the king. Now here I went into a long think. According to the machine, I've gone from being a pawn behind to a pawn ahead. So this was a rather big swing in favor in the game. And the tough thing is what to do next.
I wish there was a fork if that.
Yeah?
But that would just kill it. Oh, wait, no. That wouldn't kill it, but it'd be a bad move. It'd just put him in check.
I was afraid that if I did anything, he was going to move the pawn to e5, cutting off my bishop on b2. So rather than wait for that to happen, I thought a preemptive strike, sacrifice the bishop. I had been studying Mikhail Tal a lot, who's an attacker and loves to sacrifice. And so I thought, yeah, they're not going to accuse me of cowardice. I'm going to try this. The problem was, there's two problems. One is I didn't look at the position from here deep enough, because this is losing. Black is now like +5. This is a losing move. And I think if I had looked at it in any depth, I would have realized that. Number two, before you make a sacrifice like this, you really need to be able to rally the troops.
You have to have a plan.
Yeah, and so you have to ask yourself, where is the cavalry? After he takes the bishop, where's the attack? Well, the queen on g4 is nice, but of course the knight's hanging. Queen to h5, and I gave up a bishop. It's questionable, and very questionable. Whereas if I had done something instead of this, I had done something like, let's imagine queen to f3. Maybe. Now I'm hitting f7 with two pieces, the knight and the queen. And my bishop on b2 is still hitting, and that's what protects the knight on h6. I cannot, but black has an answer to this. And now suddenly, I got two hanging pieces, the knight and the bishop. So, bishop takes f6, and knight comes in, and my knight is still hanging. And now there's no reason for the pawn not to take the knight. Black's winning this position.
Because if you're like in the same position, you don't want to necessarily trade unless you know what you're doing and have a like offense set up.
Out of the mouth of babes, that is exactly what I'm saying. And I didn't really have a follow-up plan. I thought somehow by sacrificing the bishop, I would drag the king into the open and bring my queen up and attack. Like my next move, which...
Because you had a great start with that.
I had a great start.
You were on offense, so...
Now, imagine, before this, even a move, something like... here. Same idea, but a different position. The queen is on h5 now, and the knight hitting f7, and the bishop is also hitting g7 still.
Yeah.
It's a little harder to see. How does black answer this?
Well,
And frankly, white still has his advantage.
well, this would be a good move. Move horse there.
Okay, so let's try that. Knight f6.
But then, yeah, I think that's pretty good.
Okay. According to the machine, that was a blunder. But this comes next. The king comes here.
Oh yeah, the check. I didn't notice it. The king would do.
And now,
The horse would do that.
oops, wrong bishop. And now we can see
That's a blunder. Yeah.
why knight to f6 is disastrous. Yeah. Okay. What was black's best answer?
Black's there.
Different than the knight being there, because with the bishop being there, he's attacking the bishop on b2. He's really forcing white's hand.
What would happen if you killed it? You killed the horse.
Okay, say it again.
You killed the horse.
Oh, if he takes right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be a big problem.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I just wonder why. I haven't.
Okay, he goes there. Oops, sorry. He goes, what's happening here? We're almost done. He goes there, and you're saying he goes there?
Yeah, I didn't look at the move, so I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, it's white's, well, you can't do it right now because it's white's move.
Oh, it was white's move. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, I think the two things to take from this position is you got to see farther than just a couple of moves if you're going to sacrifice your bishop like this. And I think it's important to have some of your cavalry nearby. I mean, wouldn't it be nice if even a move like this seems better?
Yeah.
Because you can move it here, or to G3 or H3. And you're building an attack before you start throwing stuff away.
Yeah, because that stinks that pawn can't move there.
Right. Still can't move.
Yep. Or put him in check.
The problem with this move is he can still do this.
Put him haven't checked.
And yeah, if he takes it, we take it with the bishop. And
Yeah.
white still has his advantage.
And plus, he got
And I didn't,
more points.
right, and white didn't sacrifice a piece.
Yeah.
Thank you.